Patrice Cleary. I am the chef and the owner of Purple Patch Restaurant. Purple Patch Restaurant is a Filipino American restaurant in the heart of Mount Pleasant in Washington, D.C. So we opened up on March 17, 2015, and I had never opened up a restaurant before. And my mom was a chef growing up. We moved here from the Philippines when I was very young. Really, my mom's way of holding on to our identity was, of course, through food, as most immigrants. And so it is important for us to know how to cook Filipino food. I did not have a passion, per se, to cook, I think because I was forced at a young age to cook. But now I do see it as a very innate trait. It's a desire in me. I would miss it if I wasn't able to cook every day. The pandemic caught all of us off guard, and not just as a restaurant owner, but businesses throughout the world have been affected by this. We were blindsided. A lot of us didn't know what to do. I had 42 staff members before COVID, and now fortunately, I have 18. I've kept 18 on board from the beginning when COVID started, even if it meant that I had to dig into savings a little bit. It was important for me to be able to take care of those that weren't able to necessarily take care of themselves. We managed to work with hours, and everyone here has an understanding that if we're not bringing in enough money, then we don't have the hours. I immediately thought of how can I help my community? How can I help my staff? And thought about what we have already and what we could give back, and through giving back would create jobs. So I knew that I had a space. I knew that I already had pantry items. So immediately I turned my restaurant into a market. We still offer all of the food on the menu that we offered before, but now when you come in, you're shopping like it's a market, so that the community has a place to come to and purchase things, and not just order food. Giving back is huge. It's so important. I tell my staff every day, you have to pay it forward. What we do today helps others tomorrow. We have to help those that are less fortunate, and I wouldn't think twice about being able to help someone that is giving so much back to our community and risking their lives. And for someone like Asen to reach out to us was a huge honor, that you trusted us, that you believed in us to be able to come through for you. Giving back to the hospital and to those that are in need is what we all should be doing in this time. We should all be taking care of each other. Daily, I do that in my restaurant, and so why not take my restaurant outside and give back? Every dollar counts. It really does. If a restaurant can't do it, then they'll say no, that they can't do it. But just keeping my staff busy during a time when they may not be busy creates money for me to pay them. So it's not necessarily like just a dollar amount. It's creating jobs. Whether it's 50 or whether it's 10, it's still creating hours for people to be here. So thank you. It's my family. That's really what it is in a nutshell. Like we're this big, huge family that when we're able to help each other, we do it without thinking twice about it. They've helped me tremendously in ways that I can't express. Just their support of even text messages or phone calls or small donations or ordering. The Asian community is so strong, and it's, again, if you go back to what I said about paying it forward, it's doing all the things when you don't feel that you're going to need something later, but people realize that you've done so much, and why not give back when you can, think if they've never had Filipino food before, I definitely recommend the staples. There are things that people kind of gravitate towards that are less adventurous, and I think it's important for everybody to start off at a place that they're very comfortable with. Remember, Filipino food is a mix of Chinese, Spanish, and Malay. So there's things that are familiar, like an egg roll. Mostly everybody is familiar with. Well, Filipinos' version of an egg roll is lumpia, so I'd probably recommend getting lumpia. If someone's had a Chinese dish like lo mein, Filipinos have pancit, which is a noodle dish. I'd probably recommend a noodle dish. And then on the Spanish side, adobo is a big Spanish dish. Well, Filipinos have their own adobo, so I'd probably recommend chicken adobo. So lumpia, pancit, and chicken adobo with jasmine rice. That's the safest way to go, and then I direct you from there. If I had to pick one thing on my menu, it would probably be the ginatang alimasag, which is it's crab meat that's cooked in coconut milk with ginger, onions, and a little bit of spinach and chili peppers. If that were my last dish, I would be a very happy woman. Honestly, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to still be here, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for people like my family, my friends, and companies like Ascend that come out and support small businesses like mine. So thank you.